I've been told of late that just don't do any remakes now. There'll always be like people who will say, अरे नहीं लेकिन ओरिजिनल में जो उन्होंने किया था उसके पास तो आई नहीं लगा बेलू जब लिपस्टिक ही ले ला आला डिस्टिक.
Hi everyone, joining us today is Janhvi Kapoor. Janhvi, thank you so much for taking time out to do this.
No, thank you for having me.
And also, I just want to tell you that the trailer of Good Luck Jerry looks amazing and intriguing.
Thank you.
But I just want to begin by asking you that, what was it like stepping into the shoes of Jerry? Because it's a different world.
Yeah.
She comes from Bihar.
He was very specific and he had a very elaborate backstory ready for me. And where Jerry came from, at what age she shifted from, moved out of Bihar and came to Punjab, and what her livelihood was like, what it was like after her father passed away, what her ambitions in life are. And the way that we went about prep, actually most of the prep of the film happened in this room.
Oh wow.
My dialect coach used to come and first they said, get very specific with your Bihari, know everything. And I'd hear songs all the time, Laga belu jab lipstick, he lela ala distic. Yes, all of that, Gila topala gelu, all of that. And like my co-star who plays my sister in the film, she's from Bihar, and I spent a lot of time with her and we did a lot of readings, and then he said, okay, now forget the Bihari. It felt like a very organic process. Like I got into the world, there was no doubt in my head about the character I was playing.
But this film is a remake. You've of course done other remakes as well. I just want to ask you that when you do a film that is a remake, do you go back, watch the film? Do you take notes from what the other actors have done? Or do you just take it on as a fresh role and, just dive into it?
I saw Kolamava Kokila before I had the narration even of Good Luck Jerry. And I enjoyed it a lot as a film. I love Nayanthara ma'am's performance. But once I got the narration, I realized that the worlds are so different. She's playing a docile South Indian girl. Just the behavior of South Indians and North Indians are so different. The behavior of a Bihari migrant who's come to find a job in Punjab is so different from even just a Bihari. And I realized that I can't be her even if I tried. I can't do what she did. Nor should I try to, because Jerry is completely different from Coco. So
there will be a comparison. People who've watched the film will of course go back probably. Do you ever give that a thought?
I've been told now to give it a thought. I've been told of late that just don't do any remakes now. Because even if you do like a half decent job, there'll always be like people who will say, अरे नहीं लेकिन ओरिजिनल में जो उन्होंने किया था उसके पास तो आ ही नहीं सकते. Even if you've done a decent job, which hopefully I have, there will always
you will have, of course.
I hope so. So I've been told like don't set yourself up for that kind of comparison or even like hardship. It's an obstacle in people's perception of your performance. But having said that, I didn't want to pass on this film. So I did this, and I didn't want to pass on Millie, so I did it. I really didn't want to pass on Dhadak either. But now no more. Now really no more. Because it's true what they say, that there will be people like, nahi, lekin usne jo kiya tha, wo kitna acha tha. There will be those people. Hopefully there were people that liked it, but I know even in the space that I was trying to crack with Dhadak, I knew that I fell short a little bit. Like, let's be objective. I could have done a lot with that role. And Shashank really gave it his all. Ishan was superb. I know that I had good moments in the film, but I know that I could have done a lot more.
I had watched Sairat, but I still equally liked Dhadak.
Really?
So, yeah. I mean, I don't know. Call me whatever.
That makes fun of you.
Call me a Bollywood fan or like a Hindi film fan.
No, honestly, it's such a fun film. And I think that if Dhadak wouldn't have been made, maybe, if Sairat wasn't made. It actually would never have been made if Sairat wasn't made. But if people hadn't seen Sairat and just saw Dhadak, I think they would have maybe liked it a bit more. So you can't ever divorce the two.
But I think there are the other people more who watched Dhadak and then probably went back to Sairat. So I don't know. Now, moving on, like Khushi is going to make her debut. Your dad, Mr. Kapoor, is also set.
Papa is making his debut.
What is the conversation like now? Do you guys talk about acting? Is there more?
There's not much talking. I really miss them. I've landed this morning from Krakow and I got home and I hadn't slept, so I thought I'll get 1 hour to sleep. But my sister was like, oh, I'm going to the gym, and I know after today I probably won't see her for a while because I go back to shoot, and then when I come back, she goes off to shoot. So I was like, okay, I'll come work out with you on no sleep, just so I could spend some time with her, and I did, and I'm happy.
Did your dad discuss it with you that he's getting this part in Love Ranjan's film? Like, did that happen?
He did. So he said that I've gotten, Love so called him up and said, do you want to do this? And Papa was like, pagal hai kya? Main nahi karne wala. And then I was like, but why the hell not? Like, I know wo acting ka keeda bahut time se tha unme. And he did a small role in AK versus AK.
Right, yeah.
And he actually got a lot of love for it. A lot of people were calling him and saying,
Yeah.
you're a natural. I see that Keeda more than that. I feel happy when he feels good about himself,
There are so many people who follow you on Instagram. Of course, there are so many girls who, call you sexy, call you hot, say that they want to look like you. I want to ask you, do you ever go through your Instagram comments and see that what are people saying?
Not my comments ever. Because I feel like my followers are very sweet. I mean, they're following me.
Okay.
So I'd like to think that they're all being nice to me.
What other comments do you go and check out?
I don't so much on Instagram. I used to, I think, a little bit before.
But tell me,
Not really.
there's like an entourage that surrounds you. How do you disconnect from that? And because for being an actor, a lot of times I would imagine it would also require taking up cues from real life people, meeting them, doing that sort of just job, How do you disconnect from everything that comes with celebrity status and then...
I just know that it's not real. It's not real life. Like, there are, 6 cameras pointing at me in this room. I've done an hour of hair and makeup. Like, it's all make-believe. You're in this profession, and an occupational hazard is that people will inflate your sense of self-importance, which is great. It's all fun and games. I enjoy it. But it's not the job. It's a consequence of the job, and it's a consequence that if one lets it get to your head, can completely derail you. And in the real world, I would like to think all that really matters is what you do between action and cut and what films you pick. And so that's where my head is at.
But you've been in public eye for so long. So when did you come to this realization that, hey, I need to take a step back? And because you had paps surrounding you like always, right? Pretty much.
Maybe that's why it's been easy for me to like not get too like hyped up about it, I think. I'm very grateful and flattered that they care enough to even give me that time of day. That people care enough to even scroll or like look at my pictures and then like my pictures outside the gym when I'm sweaty and like half dead after squatting my bum off. Like, it's flattering, but that's not my job. That's not my job. It's fun, and I hope I look good in the pictures. But this is what matters, no?
Right. You said that, you and Sarah were sharing a moment where she said that when the pandemic was on, you were losing those years just going and honing your craft. As an actor, what was the state of mind that you were going through?
But that's the thing. I think I found it hard to say that we were in an excruciating place because we had a roof over our heads, we had food on the table. Touch wood, my near and dear ones were in good health. So, I wish I was on set learning and growing every day and getting better at my craft so that I could entertain these people that I love and that have given me so much. But having said that, there were other things on everyone's mind. I really think we as a generation have experienced something that not many generations have experienced. We've experienced a pandemic, a lockdown. Our lives came to a standstill, and I think that does have an implication on the way you look at the world, and hopefully it's had a positive implication. And I can't wait to see that what facet that brings to my art, because it must be something that none of the other actors before have gone through a pandemic.
Yeah.
Imagine how it must have changed them.
Right.
I feel like it should add an element of sensitivity and empathy and sympathy. Like, it does alter your personality and your outlook of the world.
But did you ever feel like you're losing time in career?
I did, but I'd rather focus on what I'm gaining, right? I'm gaining experiences, I'm gaining time with my family. I still had I had one theatrical release and one digital release still. I signed 2 films and I'm working on 2 films that I cared deeply about. Yeah, I lost some time, but but people have lost much more.
Very excited to watch what you've done in Good Luck, Good Luck Jerry on 29th July. And thank you so much for this lovely chat and good luck.
You.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to Mirror Now.